Every night is a silent battlefield. The mind of a hedge fund CIO doesn't rest. It races, it worries, it strategizes in the shadows when the world's silence feels the loudest. Behind the glass towers and the flashing screens, there's a relentless pressure nobody talks about enough. The fear of missing the next big shift. The crushing weight of expectations, not just from investors, but from themselves. They're haunted by what they don't see, risks lurking just beyond the horizon, waiting to tear down everything they've built. The volatility that can turn calm markets into storms in minutes. The quiet doubts gnawing at them. The nagging questions that keep sleep at bay. Is this my best move? Am I reading the signs correctly? Will we survive if everything suddenly flips? It's not just numbers on a balance sheet. It's more than performance charts and key metrics. It's about longevity, how to keep the fund not only alive but dominant. Every decision carries the weight of potential ruin. Every choice ripples through complex webs, markets, regulations, politics, technologies that move faster than any one person can handle. And amid all this chaos, the toughest fight is the one inside, between sticking to proven strategies and breaking free into unknown territory. Because clinging to the past feels safe, but it's a slow death. Evolving feels risky, but it's the only way to win. Those CIOs know this tension better than anyone, and it's grueling. The pressure? It's constant. Pressure to outperform peers, pressure to justify every move to skeptical investors, pressure to keep teams aligned when uncertainty is the only certainty. The market, relentless and unforgiving, offers no second chances. A single misstep can wipe out years of hard work, trust, and reputation. And somewhere beneath all of this sits an invisible danger, the trap of comfort. The seductive illusion that maintaining status quo is safe, that following the herd protects the future. But safety is a lie laid by fear. Comfort kills innovation. It breeds blindness to the edge where true opportunity lives. So how do these veterans of finance break free from this cycle, drowning so many before them? What is the secret weapon that turns never-ending anxiety into unstoppable momentum? It starts with radically shifting the mindset, seeing beyond the layers of noise and distraction to the core truth, that no system, no market, no rule is guaranteed. Everything moves and changes, and survival depends on embracing this fact with courage, not denial. Hedge fund CIOs awake in the dead of night, realizing they cannot be bound by yesterday's models or last quarter's data. They must harness a fierceness to question continuously, to challenge assumptions ruthlessly, and to unlearn what the system taught them. They become hunters, not followers. They scan the periphery, where others see chaos, they see signals. They know that the edges are where new ideas spark, where true alpha hides. That breakthrough doesn't come from the center of consensus, but from the bold edge that refuses to settle. This means cultivating a deep wariness of consensus investing, a reckless readiness to pivot. It means developing an obsession with asymmetric opportunities, bets where the reward vastly outweighs the risk. It means building teams who don't just follow orders, but who question, debate, and innovate relentlessly, refusing to settle for good enough. But that's only half the battle. There is an unspoken truth hiding underneath the finance titan's sleepless nights: the loneliness. Carrying immense responsibility can feel isolating, like standing on a narrow summit surrounded by storms with no one nearby to truly relate. The pressure to appear strong to investors and colleagues leaves no space for vulnerability. Yet, it's exactly this isolation that makes or breaks resilience. Those who succeed find or build rare networks, a lattice of minds equally capable and driven who dare to break molds, to defy comfortable thinking, and to push boundaries together. These are the few who understand the power of true connection beyond superficial alliances. In this fellowship of the relentless, ideas ignite, and weakness is forged into strength. This network is not a casual club, It's an ecosystem of transformation where misaligned brilliance becomes aligned power. The hedge fund CIO who taps into this pulse multiplies their impact. They don't just react to the market, they shape it. Here, they trade surface-level noise for deep insight, trading competition for collaboration, and siloed thinking for radical synergy. They rethink their role from managing risk alone to redefining reality with every bold step forward. This community becomes their compass in a world where strategic clarity feels rare and fleeting. And then, there's the game-changing leap, embracing the long view. The obsession with quarterly results and immediate wins corrodes the spirit. Truly exceptional CIOs know that eternity favors the long game. They practice patience like a superpower, planting seeds today that may only bloom years ahead. This patience is not passive waiting. It's a fierce discipline of relentless preparation, learning, and adaptation. It's about building structures so resilient and agile they can weather the unknown shocks and shifts ahead. It means committing to deep research, to emerging technologies, to alternative data that others overlook, and to unconventional wisdom that defies the mainstream. This is the path to sustained alpha, not just momentary flashes. Finally, in this odyssey through pressure, isolation, and perpetual risk, CIOs wrestle with legacy, not just portfolio performance, but meaning. What mark will they leave beyond returns? How to build a fund that stands for more than money, one that aligns with values, with purpose, that contributes to reshaping markets and society for the better? This desire to transcend the purely financial brings a new fire. It demands authenticity and wildly original thinking. It invites them to be architects of change, to disrupt not for disruption's sake, but to unlock new potentials for growth and impact. So every cold night spent staring at screens, every whispered fear beneath the surface, can be turned into fuel. The answer lies in refusing to be a prisoner of old rules and tired systems. It's in choosing to become sovereign, to wield your will as a weapon against complacency and conventional thinking. To be critical, to question all assumptions, especially those that feel safest. To find and align with the few who burn like you do, those collaborators who sharpen each other's edge and refuse to settle for mediocrity. To play the long game with fierce patience and unstoppable vision. Here is the truth. Comfort is the real enemy of hedge fund leadership. Risk is inevitable, but stagnation is a choice. Those who thrive don't chase security. They create it through exquisite mastery of change. Their sleepless nights can transform from torment to triumph when they embrace the immense freedom found in owning uncertainty, in mastering the edges, in belonging to an unbreakable network of rebels who redefine the future. This is the path from fear to force, from haunted to heroic. So, no matter how dark the night, no matter how heavy the load, the power to reshape every dawn resides within the relentless CIO who decides not to sleep on the problem, but to own the solution, to lead boldly, to innovate fiercely, and to build a legacy that no storm can break. This is the fire that keeps them awake, and it is also the fire that will light the future.